Steve, what happened today?
Well, they started the game the way they played yesterday. They got off to a good start, made shots. We didn't. I thought we had the right mindset offensively. We thought we attacked a little bit more today. Tried to get downhill. They don't have much shot blocking in there, so we were trying to get down in there and attack better. I thought we were conscious to do that, but we didn't convert enough of those. Certainly, we missed a ton of three-pointers in the first half, and then again they were sharp offensively both days. We started out man. They were scoring virtually every time down again, kind of like they did that stretch in the second half yesterday. Flipped over to zone, and it helped us for a while. We're not ready to play a 20-minute stretch of zone, but it did help us. I think the first 8 or 9 possessions, they only scored 6 points against our zone, and it helped us. It helped us by a few minutes, but they just kept. They were good. They were sharp, and we were not.
Is it disappointing that the start of the game started off so slow? Because you guys seemed like you were in it in the second half of yesterday's game. Were you disappointed at the slow start today?
Yeah, very much so. Yesterday they mixed up their defenses a lot, played a lot of triangle and 2, and then played a small lineup where they switched all 5 guys. And we actually handled that pretty well. As we went back and looked last night, our guys kept the ball moving, different guys stepped up. So tonight, they didn't do any of those junk defenses when Zumbel or Luka was in the game last night. So when we started the game today with Cedrick being out, that put them back into a normal defense, normal man-to-man. I thought we would have handled that a little bit better. It was just the kind of defense that we see on a pretty regular basis, but just couldn't get it going.
Was there a reason you guys struggled behind the three-point line? I think it took until the second half before you guys hit your first one. Was there something that was missing there?
Well, we don't get enough easy threes. I mean, we work, we work pretty hard, and people chase off. If we're not going to get some penetration and some shots at the rim, people are going to stay. That's been a constant theme for us in the past. People are going to be so aggressive on Javon and Keaton out there. And for the most part, we've made a lot of progress. Jacob is scoring in the paint. Luka is scoring. And we've got other guys contributing. And that, for most nights, has helped us have better-looking possessions. But when we get out there and just float along around that three-point line and they switch ball screens and keep just stay up, and we're shooting contested shots laterally, which is not good. We need drive and kick shots. The really good three-point shooting teams get a lot of three-pointers where they're just stepping right in and the ball's coming from the inside out. And those are a lot easier shots than coming off the move with a hand in the face. And that's, even though our efficiency numbers have been up, we talked about that a little bit the other day, we still just don't have enough quality possessions where the ball moves and grinds and gets side to side. Throughout the course of a game, we do not have enough of those. We got talented guys that can make shots. Keaton was terrific last night or yesterday. But again, even some of those were pretty hard shots. We've got to find a way to have better possessions.
And it seemed like at some point in the first half, you made a point of emphasis to try to attack more inside, that there were fewer threes going up. Was that something you talked about again or emphasized in a huddle? Yeah,
for sure. We talked about it yesterday. We talked about it to start the game, and we talked about it again early in the second half. And right away, early in the second half, I think we missed three-point blank shots. And we drove it down in there and just didn't finish. And on the other end of the floor, they came down and scored 4 out of 5 possessions. Only time they didn't score, they had the ball right underneath the basket and the guy traveled. So, it was a conscious thing. We're coming off of, prior to this road trip, coming off of a game where we're just thrilled with our effort to drive it. Against Lamar, we drove it and pounded it inside and attacked. And Rice doesn't have much shot blocking, so we thought we'd be able to get more of that. I like the fact that our guys were conscious of that in stretches of the game, but we just didn't convert enough of them.
On the defensive end, how much did you change since yesterday to try to throw Rice's offensive game off? And did they present you a lot of the same problems today, or were there some different things you were seeing?
It was a little different today. A couple of adjustments we liked. We wanted to make sure we went over virtually every handoff with Evie and Olivari. I think that helped us a little bit. We wanted to slide under. We were really concerned with Mullins attacking us, getting to the rims. We wanted to slide under on his dribble handoffs, and he knocked down some threes. And we made a little adjustment on our ball screen coverage, which at times was good. And then a couple times we got exposed. We got exposed with the way we were covering it yesterday a couple times as well. So that was probably a wash. I thought we did a better job on the handoffs, and the ball screens were probably similar.
So in the big picture, how do you react to being 0-2 in conference? Do you have to make some significant changes, shake some things up, or is it just the focus on incremental improvement that you've been talking about?
It'd be a combination of both. I mean, it's one of the tough things about not having preseason games and fewer non-conference games. And our schedule was so, you got Oklahoma, had some non-D1s. We had our sample size was just a lot different than it usually is heading into league play. So we've been playing primarily man-to-man every day in practice for months, and working man-to-man offense every day for months. And I still think we're doing some things better on the defensive end. When Parrish and Cedrick Alley are out there, we've got length on the perimeter, which we haven't had in years past. But yeah, we got to make some adjustments. We got to do some things better offensively. Again, even though the numbers say prior to these two games that we've become more efficient, we just got to be committed to competing for shots. People talk about competing defense, hustle, dive on the floor, take charges. You have to compete for good shots. Offense takes effort too. And we've got some really talented guys that make hard shots. Sometimes that skews things and isn't a true reflection of what the possession actually looks like. So we're not going to change our base. We're not going to change, the big picture. But, yeah, we got to get better in the things that we feel good about. And we've got to make some adjustments in some other areas. Yep.
Coach, what do you think Cedrick's status is for your next practice?
I would think for the next practice would be it'd probably be pretty limited. He was really sore. He tried to go about the 30-minute mark. He told us he thought he was going to be able to give us a little bit, and then went back out for that last warm-up right before the game and just couldn't do it. So he's pretty stiff. The groin, it's something that's bothered him on and off for a long time, and he aggravated it pretty badly during the game yesterday. Eric Parrish stepped on an ankle yesterday. We were concerned about him last night, but he came in and was fine with that. But, yeah, I would anticipate Cedrick probably being out a couple days. Other guys are stepping in. That's a position right now where we feel pretty good about some other guys. So, Lockie's been terrific. Adrian Rodriguez has been terrific, and we don't have any issues throwing those guys in there. Phoenix Ford, he's a 5 and a 4 for us. He's been good every time we throw him in a game. You look at that plus minus tonight. He was the best on the team. Again, he just rebounds everything, plays hard defensively. He gives us a good lift. So we need Cedrick. We need Cedrick. He's coming off a good game. 2 pretty good games in recent weeks, scoring the ball. We need him out there. He's a difference maker for us, but other guys will step up if he can't go.
Juice was pretty active late, Coach. How did you feel about the way Jordan Ivy Curry played at the end?
I felt good about the way he's played almost every day all year. He's a fun guy to coach. He's got the right mindset. He's very, very conscious about improving his habits defensively. We're talking to him, but hey, I'm constantly talking to him on the defensive end because he's got a chance. Offensive, it's going to take care of itself for him. If we can start working on his habits right now, blocking out, seeing ball and man, things that are hard habits for young players, he's going to have a really good career for us. He comes in and impacts the game. He's been doing that all year, even despite the fact that he's not shooting threes very well. And he will shoot threes very well, and he'll shoot free throws very well. 2 areas that he has not been good to this point. He's a confident kid. He knows how to play. Guys like playing with him. Really, really happy with his effort all year.
So, Steve, what was your message to the team after the game? Do you have to try to light a fire under them or just encourage them to stick with it, or what's the sort of tone in the locker room now?
Both. both. We can't panic. But we gotta do some soul searching. You know, this group, we're a little concerned about some intangibles with this group. We know we've got some talent. We've got some size. We've got a little bit of everything. You know, I wish we could finish the rim better. I wish we had one or two more guys that were comfortable attacking, getting more downhill attack. Again, because that's such an important part of the game. But we've got enough talent in there. We just gotta make sure we're locked in, playing for our teammates. Need more vocal, need more talk from our upperclassmen. They can't feel good about what happened, right? We can't feel good about what happened in these 2 ball games. Rice was better than us both days. There wasn't any doubt about it. We like our talent, but we got to figure out a way to play better basketball. So there's going to be some soul searching. There's going to be some adjustments made, and we got to find a way to get better.
Did you see some glimpses of that down the stretch? It seemed like even when the score margin was pretty wide, they were still playing hard there and pressing and things like that.
I did, and I would be really, 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 really concerned if I didn't see that. I mean, if we hadn't seen that at some point, then I'd be really concerned for the rest of the year. We talked about that at halftime. You know, we were down, whatever we were down, felt like 20. I think it was something like that. You know, we had a choice to make, and it shouldn't be much of a choice. We shouldn't even have to be talking about it. But we're either going to come out here and respond, or we're going to get run out of the gym. We kind of got run out of the gym to start the second half, and then they responded. So, and again, I thought our mindset to start the second half was pretty good. We got down in there several times, just didn't finish. Defensively, we were working, but they did finish. So, yeah, you know, and again, who was on the court at the end of the game? You know, probably Lockie. All right, he's always going to bring it. Zumbel's always going to bring it. There's certain guys that have no quit. I mean, we were done trapping, done pressing, done fouling with 30 seconds left in the game there, and Lockie's still running around, jumping, trying to get steals. That's just his nature, and we need that. This team really, really needs that.